Give us the latest news out of Jerusalem that you've been watching. First, before you do that, let me ask: any more updates on the red heifers that were flown from Texas to Israel?
Well, yeah. So that along with our Prime Minister's address at the United Nations a few hours ago are the big news items at the moment. Firstly, the red heifers. The red heifers. This is the first time in over 2,000 years, Brennan, that we have red heifers coming to our borders. You know, I'm a tour guide, Israeli licensed tour guide, and I'm not going to say they're tourists, but when they arrived at Ben Gurion Airport, there was such a stir of excitement you wouldn't believe. I mean, that was the major headlines. Five red heifers coming into the land. Why is this so significant? It's so significant, Brandon, because in Numbers chapter 19, there are stipulations about a red heifer and the need for a red heifer for the purification not only of the priests, but for the purification of the people who have been in touch with the dead. It was a specific sacrifice that only could be atoned for by a red heifer when people were defiled through touching the dead. Now, when I have been meditating and thinking about this, I've been thinking about the prophecy in Ezekiel chapter 37, which is the picture of the people of Israel, who they are called dead, the valley of dead bones. And I just wonder whether there's something significant connected with that. Of course, it's connected to the rebuilding of the temple and that whole topic. There's been a lot going on regarding the Temple Mount. Just recently, police have detained a number of people who were up on the Temple Mount blowing the shofar, even though it is allowed by Israeli law to blow the shofar up on the Temple Mount. The police twice now recently have detained, arrested and detained people for blowing the shofar. And the reason why is that the police know very well that it's going to cause troubles with the Muslim Waqf, the Muslim authorities who religiously control the temple. This is one of the schisms, the conflicts that goes on in our society. We are a democracy. We allow freedom of religion. We allow the Muslims to proclaim through their loudspeakers prayer. But when it comes to us, our police try to stifle us and to keep us quiet. So this
And
is why.
these are Israeli police doing this, right?
These are Israeli police.
I mean, when is the Jewish government going to wake up and be like King David and some of these guys and quit being such pansies?
Yeah. Well, this is the problem. This happened actually, Brannon, 100, 200 years BC, when the Greek civilization came in, Hellenized the Jewish people. It split the Jewish people in two. Why? Because there were some groups like the Pharisees who said, we must not assimilate. We must not allow the Greco and to come the Roman civilizations to over influence our Jewish religion and people. And 2,200 years later, the same thing is happening. This is one of the problems of assimilation. We have people, we have religious Jews, and we have secular Jews. And a lot of these secular Jews are totally humanistic, and they have a one world mind where they want to appease. And this is the reason, Brennan, why our police, they are afraid of making the decisions that are going to upset the Muslim authorities. But we have a growing number of religious people. They say, we don't care. Our main principle, our main goal, we need to follow God's ways. We need to follow what He requires. So we're heading for a clash. And I'm telling you, the numbers of religious Jews, they are strengthening, they are growing. The religion, this last year, the numbers There were 70,000 new immigrants here to Israel, including Jews from Ukraine. And now we're getting a new influx from Russia because of the call for Putin to call up reservists. Many Jews are fleeing. They're getting to the borders of Russia. They're wanting to come here. Talking about assimilation, our Prime Minister, Yair Lapid, a few hours ago, made an address at the United Nations. While there was a lot of positive and good things that he declared, for example, we're not going to let Iran go nuclear. We're not going to let them distort the truth. He did call for a two-state solution. And we know that Yair Lapid, he's left-wing. He has an Arab party in his coalition. About 17 years ago, Israel pulled out of the Gaza Strip. We pulled out 7,000 Jews. We left behind 3,000 greenhouses to help the Palestinians build an economy. And within a year, Brandon, not only were those 3,000 greenhouses destroyed, they were turned into manufacturing bombs, factories, launching pads, and since then over 20,000 missiles have been fired from the Gaza Strip.
Like I said, a lot of times Israel is its own worst enemy, doing things that hurt their own national security, but they don't seem to learn from it.
No. Well, we've got about another 40-something days before our elections. These are crucial days. And we proclaim Isaiah chapter 9, the government will be upon the Lord's shoulders. And but we need to get out and we need to vote. And we need to vote for a strong government. Yair Lapid, when it comes to security, he is no compromise. I have to give him that. But the fact that he's put his cards on the table and said to the international community that we are for a two-state solution is strengthening Mahmoud Abbas. It's strengthening the Palestinian Authority, and it's opening the door for all kinds of potential deals. And of course, the other Arab nations who are part of the Abraham Peace Accords, they're going to look at this and they're going to try and capitalize on this and look for this vacuum. See, this, Yair Lapid, he is, in a way, he's filling up the vacuum for the Palestinian people.
Yep.
He is actually opening the door for that vacuum for them to come back in.
Yep, absolutely. You and I are in agreement. You sense my frustration tonight because I'm tired of watching bad decisions be made because I love the nation state of Israel. I love the people of Israel. I just wish some of their leaders would get their act together and learn from their mistakes.
Nothing is new here in Israel. And our leaders, of course, everywhere, all leaders make mistakes. But suicide is a different kind of mistake.
Yes.
But, you know, to be fair to Yair Lapid, he did say, while he did say we're putting this back on the table, he said, but make no ends of it. Security is our number one condition to making to allowing a two-state solution. We will not compromise our security. Brandon, can I take this opportunity to wish you and all the viewers a very happy new year? It's our Jewish New Year coming up, 5,783 years. This is the time of the year we blow the shofar. We eat apples and honey. We dip our apples in honey and we say, may you have a sweet year and may your name be written in the book of life. And the book of Revelation says that to those who follow the Lamb, our names are written in the Lamb's book of life.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.